So it is January 17th, and statistics show that by now, most of us have fell off the bandwagon with our New Year's resolutions, our promises, agreements, contracts we made with ourselves, whatever agreement we made with ourselves that we were supposed to keep up in 2024. Statistics show that we have fallen off the wagon by now. Over half of us have fallen off the wagon by now. So I wanted to do a quick review on how I'm doing with my plan. So my last video, I was talking about my start, stop, and continue, things I want to start in 24, things I want to stop in 2024, things I want to continue in 2024. And I also started, one of the things that I wanted to start was the 12-week year planning method. And basically where you get done in 12 weeks, what it takes people 12 months to do. So you're no longer thinking of annualized thinking. So what I want to get done in all of 2024, 12 months, we're thinking of it in 3 months increments, 12-week increments, not even quarters, because if we refer to them as quarters, we're still thinking annually. Okay, so we're 3 weeks in, which is supposed to feel like we're 3 months into the year. And I just wanted to touch base on how that's going for me. So number one, I started off amazing. I downloaded an app. I downloaded a template, a Notion template. I downloaded a couple of other PDF templates. I updated my calendar to do time blocking. I I was really on it. I was really, really on it because the idea here is that you have to score yourself every single week on your actions, on your execution. So in the previous video, I mentioned how I am very goal-oriented. I'm just a goal-oriented person. I usually go after something, whatever I want, I get it. I just take the steps to get it. But what this scoring does, weekly scoring does, is it forces you to see the areas that you're weak in, the areas that you're falling behind in. And the idea here is not to get a perfect score. The idea is to be less focused on the goal per se and more focused on the action and activity it takes to produce the outcome, which makes complete sense because sometimes, especially if you have a big goal, you can get so lost and so caught up in this big goal instead of focusing on, hey, these are the activities that I'm going to need to do. So if you focus on the activities as a byproduct, you get the goal. So um, week one, I wasn't really familiar with because I started a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. I started the Notion template, I started the PDF written template, I had my calendar, I had my reminders list. So for that first week, I was just trying to find my rhythm of how I wanted to be able to execute these activities because I'm just a pen and paper girl, or lately I've been trying to incorporate the reminders. So now this is um, more official, more structured. You have to check in, you got to go into the template, you got to check things off. But what's really cool about the template is that it generates your progress for you. So you get a percentage. So instead of me having to score myself at the end of the week, if I keep tally every single day, the score or progress is auto-populated for me. So that's something I didn't have to do. So yes, so week one was all about, getting to the gym. It was all about mastering my CEO day. It's all about focusing on my 10K launch that's happening this week. I'm in the middle of launch week here where I really would love 53 students to enroll in my online program called Activate Your Brand. This program is for creative professionals, for artists, for service providers who have traditionally been overlooked as a personal brand, I would say. And right now, in this era, people want to know more about the owner, more about the person behind the gift, behind the talent, behind the product. So right now it's so important now to leverage your personal brand, but a lot of my counterparts don't even know where to start, especially in my age range, and things and technology is moving so quickly. So what I do in this online course is just teach you what I did to be able to leverage my personal brand and also partner with brands successfully over the past decade. And I threw in a lot of stuff that I'm learning now, because a lot of the stuff that I did back then, it's like classic foundational signature level techniques and strategies, that I figured out that worked. But now, how do we incorporate those foundational elements with this new age of technology? And that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been studying. But anyway, my goal is to enroll 53 students. I already started out with eight founding members, and I've already had one person enrolled, which you do the math. I don't have my my stuff going on right now to do that number. But anyway, the point that I was trying to make is that I only set three goals for myself for this year. So basically January 1st to March 31st, I only had three goals. Goal number one, to lose 30 pounds. Goal number two, to master my CEO day. And goal number three, to enroll 53 students in my course. So what this 12-week year plan method had me to realize was that you're not executing where you need to be executing. And you're doing a lot of things during your day, but when it comes to what counts, that's the stuff that I'm procrastinating on, or that's the stuff I get overwhelmed by easy, or that's the stuff that I have fear around. So this 12-week plan method, or master plan, is giving you a bird's eye view of the areas that you're slacking in. Because I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the idea is not to get a perfect score per se, but what they're saying is that if you can get at an 80%, if your execution level is at 80 to 85% or higher, you're definitely going to achieve your goal. So week one, I was close to 100% at mastering my CEO day, close to 100% at losing 30 pounds, but really, really struggling with what I had to do to enroll the 53. It was clear as day. That's what this plan does. It just makes you see what you really need to be executing. And I really like that. So week one was getting situated with it. Week two, I kind of had the hang of it, but during week two, I had some personal things that I had to take care of, some health and medical things that I had to take care of. So I knew it was going to throw off my progress for the week. So I gave myself grace for week two. Now we're into week three, and I still feel like I'm catching up a little bit. But guess what? I was still able to maintain those two areas, not really mastering the CEO day because I couldn't really concentrate on that. But I knew that if I was able to, I would in my mind. And losing the 30 pounds, I stuck to mostly all of my principles, and I had support. I had help from my family members, so I was able to stick to that. As of today, I've already released about 6 pounds out of the 30, and that's pretty much on mark, I'm scheduled to that's the thing when you're regimented and you know you're going to lose 2 to 2.5 pounds a week, you know that it's going to take till April to, really reach my goal, which is fine. Having that end date in mind is really helpful. It's kind of like that light at the end of the tunnel, and you're working towards something and you're seeing the progress. But in my diets in the past, the weight would just drop off in the first 21 days. I would have already been halfway through, but those things are not sustainable. And I really want to make my success sustainable. So now we're in week 3, which is supposed to feel like I'm in my 3rd month. And I'm realizing now, especially now that I'm in launch week, that I really have to pick up my promoting and marketing and really talking to my community about the product. And it's just so clear to see that if I don't reach my goal of 53 students enrolling, it's because of my execution. And that's it. So really the question is, what is getting in the way of the execution? What is causing me to get overwhelmed? What is causing me to be afraid? What is causing me to procrastinate? What is causing me to not take the next steps? And that's what having this plan has done for me. It's just like, okay, you say you want this, so why aren't you executing? Why aren't you doing those things? So, that's what I wanted to just, kind of come on here and tell you guys that, that has been my experience with the 12-week year. I feel like it's a book that can definitely become a lifestyle when it comes to achieving your goals. Um, it's probably something I'm going to have to reread and take more notes on, because it's more than just checking things off. It's more than just checking things off a list, although that is going to help you to get your goal. But it is more so I want to master that type of lifestyle to bring urgency to the things that I need to do. Urgency, but not like a rush or a pressure or stress, because another thing, not sure if I mentioned this in the last video, but I came up with a word. Every year, I usually have a word that helps to center me, helps to keep me focused on the life I want to live, the goals that, I want to achieve, the mindset that I want to have. And this year, my word is harmony. So harmony for me is just everything working together. I don't want to feel um, any negative emotions, I just want to feel at peace. I want to feel joy with the process. And I said that to say that, in the past, I've also used words like discipline or commitment or consistency. And those words itself bring on a different type of energy, that kind of go get 'em kind of energy. And now I just really want to focus on a peaceful process. That doesn't mean I'm going to be slacking, but harmony is very important to me. I want everything to work together. Everything, I want to see what that's like. And I know it's possible. And I'm just taking one day at a time, and I'm just checking in, with anybody who's following along on the journey, that, you know what, it's never too late to start. And that's one good thing. Another good thing about the 12-week year process is that it's never too late to start. So you don't have to, if you feel like you fell off the bandwagon by January 15th or whatever day they say most people fall off, you don't have to wait till January 1st of 2025. You can set your 12-week year whenever you want. You set the start date. So all the templates give you a place for you to put your own start date. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I am in week 3. Today is Wednesday, the 17th, and I'm moving along with my CEO day. And weight loss is just one area that I'm struggling with the execution, and that is the process of enrolling. I think that that's where I see myself getting in my own way. I just feel like, there's a thin line between this kind of organic reach, which is lessening day by day, and people finding you. And I'm an artist too. The people that I work with are artists and creative professionals. We're very sensitive about how we display our art and how we display our work, and I find that that creeps up on me too. instead of just thinking about the math and the science and the business and just follow the formula, just follow the formula. The emotions can sometimes get the best of me when I think about my approach to my community. I just always want to be very genuine, very authentic. And I think maybe a little imposter syndrome kind of creeps in, like, who am I to be teaching this? But according to my mentor, you just need to be 10% ahead of the people you're teaching. You don't have to be the expert of all experts. You just need that 10% edge. And honestly, if I could be honest with myself, I definitely have more than a 10% edge because I lived the life and I have the results. Um, but I just think about how the results can be so different for everybody, and can I really guarantee their success? So I think that that's where that's coming from. But guess what? That's something that I'm going to have to work through so that I can reach my goal. Ultimately, this goal is not about me. This goal is to help others to achieve their dream, and also to help me to reach a level of freedom in my life, in my career. So, but yes, that is the 12-week plan, 12-week year plan update, week 3. And, if I feel like anything significant has occurred in my year, which ends on March 31st, I'm definitely going to hop on to share. And yeah, so, if you're interested, if you're a creative professional, an artist, a service provider, and you're interested in effectively communicating your personal brand online, and you're seeing how powerful using the internet and social media and digital marketing is, and you want to get my take on things, enrollment is open. I'll definitely leave that link in my description. However, it does close on Friday the 19th. I said, whether I get another person to enroll or not, I'm just going to close the cart, focus on making it an amazing experience. What else we have coming up? I have a masterclass this evening at 7 p.m. 5 steps to becoming a person of influence. These are things I think that would help my students to really, get an understanding of what they need to achieve their goals in 2024 and beyond. Registration is open for our natural hair meetup happening on Saturday, February 3rd at 2:30 to 4 p.m. And yeah, man, join the community, stacyciceron.com. You can sign up for the newsletter, or you can also join the community by downloading my free cheat sheet checklist, social media checklist. And that's it. That's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video.